Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new manga that just dropped on Shonen Jump. Alright, I'm going to try my best to pronounce this. It's Doron Dororon. Doron Dororon? I'm guessing that's it. But anyway, we are one chapter in, and I personally am pretty excited. See, because this manga, even though it's a bit younger, it's not as mature even as Kaiju number 8 is. It is a Shonen Jump manga. There is a plucky young protagonist battling the forces of evil with punches and kicks. It is, again, I will give you all the spoilers and none of the spoilers in a single sentence. This is a classic Shonen Jump manga, and it's aimed at a slightly younger generation. The morals are a little bit simpler. We're not getting into anything too complex here, and I am excited for this because from the first chapter, 57 pages that we get, I see this clearly has three sounds that I'm interested in. It is wholesome, it is hype, and it is harmonious. So wholesome appears to the morals and general trend of the story, and not just the morals, but the emotional tone of the story. There's bad things happen, but like the classic spaghetti westerns, even when bad things happen to good people, the story handles it from a perspective of hope and moving forward. Yes, people die. Yes, perfectly innocent people are injured and hurt. But the story does not dwell and writhe in their misery. The story looks at this from the perspective of your common day, your average everyman who wants to make the world a better place. And so the story focuses on moving forward, doing the best you can to improve the world around you. So it's a wholesome story. It's not dwelling on how evil and bad things are. It's dwelling on what can I as an individual do to make this world a better place? How can I improve myself? What can I do to make myself the kind of person that means that there's just that little bit less of suffering and evil in the world? And again, so that's the wholesome. Hype, it's a shonen battle manga. First panel, first page, someone's getting socked on the jaw. Second panel, someone's getting kicked in the face. Third panel, a whole bunch of people are lying around because somebody knocked them out. I mean, this is, again, it's hype. We start off with action. We take a break from the action just to establish how wholesome the main character is. Then right back to the action. Sword swinging, fists pounding, initial failure, overcoming it through the power of positive thinking. Again, hype. And yet, despite all the hype, it is somewhat grounded in reality. You have people fail for reasonable reasons, and their reaction to it is reasonable given what we've seen of their character development so far. There is that classic shonen battle manga hype, and it's wholesome. Now, harmonious. What do I mean by that? Now, in harmonious, I'm talking about the art style and how the art style manages to merge with the story. Yes, this is a manga about terrifying monsters, and people who are bad, or rather arrogant or impulsive or willing to hurt the innocent. They are presented as technically ugly because, again, this is a classic manga aimed at a younger generation, and it's being a visual medium. Whether or not a character is good or evil is going to be signified by how aesthetically attractive they are. And this is just how the human brain works, especially young human brains. But even those people who are presented as being ugly are not grotesque. The art style does not dwell on the things that would make you uncomfortable. There's no squick, there's no ick. Even the monsters, the most monstrous of monsters, are presented as, well, one monster is clearly designed off of the scariest features of a baboon, And it is terrifying, it is scary, it is something that would show up in your nightmares, but when you look at it, it's nothing that would turn your stomach. You'd look at this and you'd say, okay, this is a healthy creature. Its flesh is firm, its proportions, even though they're disturbing and not something that you'd find in nature, are not grotesque in any way. Terrifying, but not grotesque. It is harmonious, and the art style matches the themes of the story. We're not looking at pretty boys here. Even the literal picture of a pretty boy that we see, whose whole point is that he is a pretty boy, let's see, a Korean pop star, is not overly, let's call it kawaii. It's not overly kawaii because, after all, this is a shonen battle manga. This is what's the word I'm looking for? The characters in here are characters who are going to roll up their sleeves and get down to the dirty work of living life to the best of their ability. And so that the art style is in harmony with the themes and the energy of the manga. And it's just a very pleasant art style. This, you can tell that the mangaka who drew this is very, very highly skilled. This mangaka has been drawing for a long time according to their skill set. So the mangaka is Jin Usuka? Anyway, the mangaka is a very, very good artist. And yeah, the first chapter is always going to probably have really good art because they took a lot of extra time on this that they won't necessarily have going forward as the schedule tightens, but just looking at the art style from page to page as we go forward, there is no inconsistency in the art style. Now, I'm very sensitive to the art style of manga. The super busy art style of some manga really messes with my brain, and I have trouble following the movement in the action scenes sometimes, but not with this one. I was able to follow the action scenes fairly easily, and if I can do it, that means the action scenes are well drawn. And again, most importantly, the art style is consistent from page 1 to page 56. The art style is the same, and that suggests to me that the mangaka has found their groove. And if art this good is their groove, their average that they're able to put into the series, this is a manga that I honestly would just read for the art. And now this manga is clearly put in to replace the one about the sweets and the other one that was canceled. What was that? Let's see. It's the Red Hood, the manga that was about fairy tales and the manga that was about the sweets users. This is clearly replacing them, trying to fill the place that they left, and I have high hopes for it. Now, we've seen a lot of good manga, specifically in this specific genre, get canceled recently, but cross your fingers. I'm really hopeful that Doron Dororon will stick around for a while. After all, it's wholesome, it's hype, and it's harmonious. And those are the three things that I really enjoy in a manga. So here's looking forward to this, and if it sticks around, you can look forward to regular chapter updates on it. Now, while you're waiting for your next favorite manga to drop, you can go check out my books at the links below the video. Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, and Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote. Or you can order an author-signed copy from the author. So go check that out, and hit the subscribe button. If you've already subscribed, check to make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube will unsubscribe you. Leave a comment, like, share, and peace out, my wonderful viewers. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. 2 books in a series of human absurdity. Go check out these short story collections. What will our little green friends think of us when we finally do make it to space? Find out the answer in 2 books of human absurdity. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Google Play.